Hey there, Lord Kaz here. Just as much as I want to make recommendations to people about where to get their gear, where to get their garb, where to get their tents, I don't know yet because you guys are learning with me. I'm checking off stuff on my list, and number one is my armor. Well, number one is my battle gear. And one of the things that I was known for by people that knew me was my joking motto of I might not be all that great, but at least I'm pretty. And the armor I was using at that time was not pretty, so I learned the value of a good surcoat or a good tabard, along with other accoutrements. So, what I'm doing today is I am going to do the first of what I hope is a limited series or limited episode version entitled Caveat Emptor, which, as we should know, means buyer beware. So, here's my story in a nutshell. I had a decent experience with a vendor. That vendor was Vikings Armor. They sent me pauldrons, and a gorget, which is what I ordered. They were of 18 gauge, which is what I ordered. There was a little miscommunication at first, but I figured we had it all taken care of. Received the product, was happy with it, and decided to buy something else from them. They had told me whether it's armor, whether it's a garment, they could do anything. So they had a surcoat and cloak combo. And I asked them simply, look, right now you have a red Crusader cross on it. Can you put my device on this instead of the Crusader cross? Yes, sir, no problem. Would you like material or would you like an embroidered? Embroidered sounds great. Yeah, let's embroider it. I said, can you put letters on the bottom if you're going to be embroidering? Yes, sir, absolutely. Yes, sir, 3 bags full. I gave them what I wanted on the bottom. I said, about how long would it take to turn this around and get it sent out to me? Oh, we can get it done in 48 to 72 hours, sir. Okay, fantastic. Everything's turned up roses. So 3 days later, which, hey, okay, whatever, not a problem. Extra day. It's a custom item. They may have overpromised a little bit. Let's give them an extra day. Not an issue. October 11th is when this happened. So I wait, and finally on the third day, I get a tracking number. Now, typically when you get tracking numbers, that indicates that a tag has been printed out for it. I said, okay, cool. I'll give them a couple more days to actually get it, put in the mail. November, I want to say 17th, the package hasn't moved. So I send them a screenshot and say, hey, what's the deal? The package seems to either be lost or whatever. At which point they said, well, we will update you soon. Okay, nothing for 2 days. Send them a picture of the package not moving screen. Nothing. 3 days in a row, I send them a picture of the my package is not moving screen. I finally get a response. We're so sorry. One of our employees put in the wrong packing number. We will update you soon. Okay. Sounds like a crock of crap to me, but all right. Another 2 days passes. And I, again, check. Shipping number never changes. Look, guys, where's my shit? And finally, I'm told that it's sitting on a counter. They're having mechanical issues. And I, of course, asked the question, how are mechanical issues affecting a cloth piece? If your embroidery machine is down, just say that. Well, everything's fine. It's still here at the shop. Okay. 2 more days pass. And I write a fairly pointed message to them saying, look, nothing's moving. I've got no information updated on the tracking number. I want you to cancel the order. Because at this point, I don't think they made it. I think they said they could. They overpromised, realized it was going to be more work than they were willing to do, and just said, you know what, we're not going to do it. Or maybe they were legitimately having problems with their embroidery machine. But here's the thing. Tell me that. Don't give me some BS sounding excuse about, oh, well, we're having mechanical issues. So finally I said, look, either refund my money or I'm going to, tell eBay that you never did this. A day passes with no response. And I am going to probably over here show you what they sent me as proof that they actually made the product. I got that and I lost my mind. As soon as the day passed for the maximum amount of time or the minimum amount of time to turn to eBay, I approached eBay, said, look, this is what's going on. These guys are lying to me. They're not sending the product out. They never made the product. They said that they sent it. They said they made it. I want my money back. And I kid you not, the very next day I got an email from eBay saying that they've opened an investigation. 30 minutes later, my money was back in my account. So, moral of the story, if you start getting red flags, like your item hasn't moved for a week after the label has been printed, you need to start asking questions. If you get prompt responses, then I believe that you could probably take those at face value. When they start making excuses, start asking for a refund, because chances are you're going to run into this. So, Vikings armor, do not use them. They lied to me. I don't care that the product they were having a hard time making the product. If they had said that from the onset, hey, we may have bit off more than we can chew. Can we back this up and do this instead? Sure. Thank you for your honesty. To give you an example of the way that situation should have been handled when you're talking to someone from a different country. The ways, you guys know how much I love the ways. I then took that idea that I wanted because the ways offered a similar product. Said, look, this is what I want done. Do you want it in cloth or embroidered? I said, does your embroidery machine work? And of course, they were a little confused. Yes, sir. Why would you ask? Didn't get into it with them. I said, then embroider it, please. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Fantastic. How long is it going to take? 72 hours. All right, great. Shipping number pop up on Tuesday this week. Waited. There was no movement. So I simply contacted them and said, is there an updated shipping number that I need to get? And they told me, we put in, we put in shipping because we don't want to miss our deadline for the timer on eBay. And all right. And they asked me, and they told me, but the embroidery is taking longer. Is it okay if we send it out next Monday? Because we don't want you to be disappointed or be upset. And I told them the same thing I told the other guys. Take your time. I want a good item. This is a custom item. I understand if it takes a little bit longer. There is a propensity of vendors in India to overpromise. I don't know why, but it happens almost every time. Yes, sir, we could do that. It'll take us 24 hours. If it sounds like they're overpromising, just figure they're overpromising. But that was the main thing I wanted to talk about. The difference in the two, the way they approach things. One guy's giving me excuse after excuse after excuse. The Ways, my guys, they come in and they just said, sir, it's going to take us until Monday. Is that okay? Absolutely. Thank you for being honest and letting me know what is going on with my custom order. That's all it takes. And if you're dealing with a vendor that's not willing to do that, kick them to the curb and move forward, because there are literally hundreds of vendors on eBay that sell goodies for our pastime. Don't worry about offending someone by canceling an order if you don't trust them, if they give you indications that they can't be trusted, because it's your money. You decide where it goes. And if you start dealing with someone that seems a little hinky or shady, demand a refund. It's one of the reasons I say communicate extensively ahead of time. But this is an example of I've used that vendor before and had minor issues and was happy enough with the product I got to try them again. They blew it. The Ways, I'm on my third product with them. And when I get this one, I'm going to probably order another one. And I will do that up until Penzic and probably afterwards, because they ask me for measurements. I give them my measurements. They make me a product with those measurements. That's custom. So you guys take care of one another. Be good to yourselves. And most importantly, don't be a dick, because the world has enough of them. I will see you next time.